They thought I was just a peasant girl. They thought my voice did not matter. But God had other plans. My name is Joan of Arc. And this is my story. I was born in 1412 in Domremy, a quiet village in France. My family was simple, farmers of the soil. I was just a girl, tending sheep and learning prayers from my mother. France was broken, torn by war. The English had taken our land and our people lived in fear. I never imagined I would be the one called to fight for her freedom. I was only 13 when it happened. In the fields I saw a light brighter than the sun. I heard a voice, gentle yet commanding. It was Saint Michael the Archangel. He told me I was chosen by God to save France. Soon Saint Catherine and Saint Margaret also appeared. They gave me courage, they gave me purpose. At first I trembled. How could God choose me, a poor, uneducated girl? But the voices returned again and again. And I knew. I had to obey. France was crumbling. The rightful King Charles had not yet been crowned. Without a coronation the people doubted him. My mission was clear. I must lead him to Rheims so that he would be anointed king. Imagine the madness. A teenage girl claiming heaven had sent her to command armies. But when God calls, you cannot remain silent. At last I was given permission. They dressed me in armor, placed a sword in my hand, but it was not the sword I loved. My strength came from the banner I carried, a white flag with the name of Jesus and lilies of purity. I did not fight for glory. I fought for God and for France. The men doubted me, but faith is stronger than fear. At Orleans I rode at the front, my banner lifted high. The soldiers saw me and their hearts burned with courage. We fought and the city was freed. Victory after victory followed, not by my strength but by the hand of heaven. Even hardened warriors admitted, something divine was among us. On July 17, 1429, I stood beside Charles as he was crowned King of France in Rheims Cathedral. Bells rang, voices sang, tears filled my eyes. This was what my voices had promised. France had a king. My mission was fulfilled, or so I thought. But the world is cruel to those who obey God. I was betrayed, captured in battle, and sold to the English. They feared me not because I was strong but because I was a sign of hope. In chains I faced my greatest trial, not of swords but of lies. They accused me of heresy, of witchcraft, of dressing as a man. They twisted my words and mocked my visions. I was only 19, alone before scholars and judges. But I refused to deny what God had shown me. I told them, I am God's servant. For that, they condemned me to burn. On May 30, 1431, they led me to the marketplace in Rouen. A wooden stake stood waiting. The crowd gathered. Some cursed, some prayed. As the flames rose, I cried one word with all my strength, Jesus. Over and over until smoke filled my lungs. And then, silence. When the fire died, the soldiers searched for my ashes. But my heart remained whole. Burned by fire, yet untouched. Even my enemies trembled at the sight. They had killed my body, but they could not destroy my soul. My heart became the miracle God left behind. Years later, the church declared my trial unjust. And centuries after my death, I was declared a saint. The same voices that were mocked now echo in history. They call me a witch. Today they call me Saint Joan of Arc. I was a daughter, a soldier, a martyr. I lived only 19 years, but those years burned with a fire no enemy could quench. If my story teaches you anything, let it be this. Never doubt what God can do through the smallest and weakest of his children. When heaven calls, answer. I am Joan of Arc. My fire still burns. If this story moves you, drop a like to let us know you want more powerful tales like this. If you believe more people should hear about saints like Joan, share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the Saints Path, where the lives of the saints come alive week after week. Because saints are not just figures of the past, they are voices for us today.